As I've said before, I'm not a big fan of the X-Men comics. But despite that, even I think that Magneto and Sabertooth deserve better boss battles than this shitty game gives them. So anyway, let's get into it. Stupid boss battles. Wolverine for the NES. Magneto and Sabertooth. Near the end of the game, you first come upon Magneto. Now, from my cursory research of all things X-Men, I learned that Magneto is supposed to be a very powerful mutant. He can control several different types of metals with his magnetic power, he can fly, he's very strong. Essentially, he can kick your ass without even trying. Only you never fucking know it by playing this game. When it comes to this version of Magneto, let me put it this way. If he were any more of a pussy, he'd have a period every month. Alright, so you get to his area, and he's protected by this electrical field that can kill you instantly. Never mind the fact that Wolverine should be able to regenerate after electrocution. Oh yes, and there's this thing that shoots balls at you. An apt metaphor considering that this boss battle is balls. But I digress. You punch the shit out of this electrical field, or clod, and it goes down easily. Then you face Magneto. And if you were expecting some kind of epic battle, boy are you in for a disappointment. All Magneto does is stand on his platform and shoot out some kind of energy arc. That's it, that's literally all he fucking does. And even if you're not in range, he just keeps on firing anyway. He can manipulate almost any type of metal. But what does he do? He just shoots off these fucking beams. Forgive me if I don't gasp in awe. Alright, to be completely fair, he does shoot out this energy pretty fast. But so what? His pattern couldn't be more fucking predictable if the game spelled it out for you. Shoot a beam, wait. Shoot a beam, wait. Shoot a beam, wait. Yeah, that's real hard to figure out. All you have to do to beat him is jump up real quick, punch him, then retreat, and do it again. Oh, but this is the best part, though. Once you get in a few hits, he just runs away. It's like, oh, I'm scared. Oh, I gotta run away before I pee myself. Oh. From what little I know of Magneto's character, he wouldn't do that. And since Wolverine's skeleton is made out of metal, couldn't Magneto just rip him apart? But who cares about little details like that? I'm sure the game designers didn't. Next is Sabretooth. There's this quick cutscene where Wolverine tells the other X-Men to get out of here because he wants to face Sabretooth all by himself. Mano a mano. Kinda stupid of him to ask them to leave, considering what a big help they could be in the final battle, but whatever. Okay, so it's the final battle. And what does this masterpiece consist of? Sabretooth punches air, hurls throwing stars at you, and jumps around like a fucking putz. No, I'm not fucking kidding. That's his entire repertoire of attacks. You can tell that they really put a lot of thought into this final boss battle. Also, if you walk into Sabretooth, you suffer damage. Unlike other games, though, you don't get knocked back and become temporarily invincible. No, instead your life bar gets drained away like a fucking vampire sucking on it. Not to mention that every time you use Wolverine's claws, you also lose some life. I get the feeling these game designers just love fucking with the players. However, if you keep your distance, it's a pretty easy fight. You can avoid these throwing stars by ducking. And if he jumps towards you, just run out of the way. Otherwise, he can touch you and harm you. Not to mention, I think old Sabretooth's trying to put the moves on Wolverine. Or vice versa. If you turn and duck, it looks like Wolverine wants to take it up the ass. Gee, no wonder he wanted the other X-Men gone. And if you're facing forward and you duck near him... Christ, I hope he didn't have to swallow after that. Getting back to the jumping, though, it's totally random. He's jumping here, he's jumping there, he's jumping everywhere. He's hopping around like somebody gave him a flubber enema. I just wish he'd stay on the ground because all that jumping makes him look like a fucking retard. But nope, he just keeps on hopping around like Peter Cottontail. Anyway, to beat Sabretooth, you simply knock him towards the right side of the screen. On the far right, there's a cliff. Knock him off, and you win the game. When I first beat him, I thought, okay, now there'll be a second harder battle below, right? But nope, that's it. You get one lousy ending screen with Wolverine sans his mask. Then it says the end with a question mark. As if anybody in their right mind would ever want to play the sequel to this fucking piece of shit. So in conclusion, skip these boss battles and go play a better superhero game. This is Film and Stuff, signing off. Thanks for watching. Christ, I hope he didn't have to swallow after that.